Good morning, beloveds. Gabby is yearning for something this morning. I don't know what. You may or may not hear her. What you got to say, baby girl? She's a cat. Who knows? All right. We are almost a week into January. Feels a little weird, doesn't it? Okay. It is January 6th. Our title is Unity. The first quote is, "So God created people in its own image, and in the image of God created them, male and female, he created them." Yeah, trying gender neutral Genesis. I got close. It created them. So that's Genesis 1:27. So God made people from the essence of itself and clothed this subtle essence with definite form. And that is Science of Mind, page 65. I have not learned to make distinction nor draw lines between forms of life, and particularly between human beings. No, I have learned not to make distinctions or draw lines between forms of life, and particularly between human beings. Over and over again, I find proof that there is a unity and oneness to all of life. There may seem to be differences created by education, experience, or appearances, but beneath the surface lies the one reality and truth. In the final analysis, there can be no segregation except in degree of expression of that reality. We need to remember not to pass judgment on other people. A diamond is a diamond, regardless of its degree of roughness or polish. Many of us go through life missing much of the joy and beauty God intended we should enjoy because we are looking at the differences rather than the unity we have with other people. There is so much power for good in the spiritual greeting. I salute the Christ in you. I greet the Christ within all life, the child at play, the bird in flight, the newspaper vendor, the woman in the office, the rose in bloom, the man on the street, the stars in the sky. God is in all. Silently I bless myself and each of these as they have blessed me with their laughter, their courage, their smiles, their handclasps, their beauty. My heart sings with joy as divine love focuses oneness throughout my entire being and all of my affairs. And that is William Miller. It's W.M. One of the things that I love about Science of Mind, and there are many things that I love about Science of Mind. You've heard me enumerate them over the, however many years I've been doing this now, because I think it's closing in on 3. There are a lot of things that I love about Science of Mind, and one of them is that recognition of unity, that all life comes from the same source. But the other thing is, because on the other hand, is that we celebrate the differences. One of the more famous quotes, or I guess maybe it's not famous, it's just one of the more useful quotes, is it's unity, not uniformity. That is what Ernest Holmes says. That is what life is, according to Ernest Holmes. Unity, not uniformity. It means that we all have the same source, but that we are not uniform in appearance and experience and outlook and all of that. That we each have our own unique way of being in the world. And that is part of the gift. And Science of Mind will actively celebrate that. Science of Mind will actively celebrate the differences. And he makes the point, a diamond's still a diamond, no matter its degree of roughness or polish. And that's a diamond is a diamond, whether it was artificially created or naturally created. So it's up to us to let people be who they are. A rose by any other name is still a rose, When we look across the spectrum of life, and it comes in all of these wild variations. It's amazing. I mean, you just look at I have 5 cats. Yes, I know, I'm crazy cat lady. Fortunately, I'm married to a crazy cat guy. So, and I have 2 that look very, very similar. And then the other 3 don't look, alike. When I had 6, then again, I have two orange tabbies, and they look very similar. And everybody else looks different. And then and even when there was a time when I had 2 black cats, they both have different colored eyes. So, even in what looks like uniformity, there's still differences, and they have, basically completely different personalities. And that's the thing with the 2 orange tabbies. They're both girls. And when you look at them at a quick glance, you may not be able to tell the difference, but that if you actually do look, one of them's twice the size of the other one. Literally, one of them weighs 14 pounds and the other one weighs somewhere around 6, so literally twice the size. Now they're both a little short, because the 14 pounds, she's built like a linebacker. She's short, but barrel chested. And then if you look, their color is very similar, but their stripe pattern is different. So even when it looks uniform, it's still not. And then they have wildly different personalities. Wildly different personalities. Rita's the one who's the 14 pound. She's very laid back. She's very quiet. She doesn't talk a lot, but she purrs pretty much constantly. And what she wants more than anything is to sit in your lap. Gabby, on the other hand, who was the one that was in here this morning, that you didn't get to hear, is very loud, talks all the time. That's part of the reason why her name is Gabby. Talks all the time. And she's a spitfire. She occasionally she'll want to sit in your lap, but most of the time what she does is she trots around the house and talks very loudly about whatever it is, and since she's a cat, we don't know. But, and she's 17 and Rita's, 11. And you wouldn't know that Gabby was 17 because outside of the fact she doesn't jump anymore, she climbs on things now, you wouldn't know she was 17. So even when it looks uniform, it's not. There are differences. And that is what is amazing. And we get this idea because you heard the Genesis quote that we were made in the image of God. Well, all of life was made in the image of God. Absolutely, because that is what God is. God is life, and the variety that it comes from, it's all made in the image of. Sometimes we talk about the patterning intelligence, because that's our goal is not to define God. It's not. It's to experience God. Because when you try and define God, you start to limit God. And when you start to limit God, then you start to limit your experiences, and you also limit your good. So our goal absolutely isn't to define God. It is to experience God. The variety of spiritual practice, and that's why we talk about going within to the source of your own being. All of the guideposts that all of the religions, set out, all direct you within. And if I can give you any more clear of a guidepost, is when Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Go within to the source of your own being. Go within to meet the truth and the reality with the capital R and the capital T that are within you. Go within. And recognize that absolutely every living thing carries that divine spark, including Gabby, who you just heard. Come here, baby. So, yes, the title is Unity. And I would suggest today, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to quit trying to define God and start experiencing God. This is what it is that we are about. This is probably, we may not speak it out loud, but a core principle in science of mind. It's not that we seek to cease to trying to define God and seek to experience God. And we seek to experience God to the fullest that is possible. And it looks like going out and living our lives. It looks like going out and living our life. That is how we experience God. And doing all the good we can possibly do. All right. So that's your mission today. Kind of an out of the left field mission, but that's where we are. And so then then I suggest the spiritual practice, and it is a spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself, doing something kind for yourself. And that can look like any number of things, from as simple as taking a deep breath, taking a walk, taking a nap, taking a day off, taking a rest day. It can look like calling a good friend and having coffee. It looks like engaging all of your senses in whatever it is that you are doing. That's another spiritual practice called mindfulness. But that's kind, that's compassionate, that's loving for yourself when you engage in mindfulness. Okay. Oh, nope. Hey. I'm having to politely disengage from the cat who needs his claws clipped. He's getting a little enthusiastic and his points are sharp. He has glorious sabers. So, and he's not trying to hurt me. He's not, but he's enthusiastic. And so sometimes that's what loving, kind, and compassionate looks like. Politely disengaging. It also looks like eating dessert first. All right. And I mean that literally, and I also mean that metaphorically. Don't save the good stuff. You know, it's a new year. It is 2023. We're just almost a week in. And I think maybe that's my motto for this year. Don't save the good stuff. Use the good china, drink the good juice, eat the good chocolate. Christmas, eat the good chocolate. Okay. I was trying to corral stuff this morning. So day of rest and I had stuff to do. And so I'm corralling the, so don't save the good stuff. Do the good stuff. Use the good stuff. You know, that is absolutely loving, kind, and compassionate. Therefore, you're not wasting it and you're treating yourself. And you're treating yourself like the godling that you are. Don't save the good stuff. All right. So yes, practice on yourself. You are your own best test subject. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. And remember that this spiritual practice is two things. It is absolutely about self-care. It is. I make no bones about that. I don't pretend it's not. It is about self-care. I believe that self-care is extremely important, but it's also about joy. All right. It's about making room in your life for joy, no matter what's going on. All right. Everything could be a chaotic mess and you can still make room for joy. Everything could be a swirling mass of grief and you can still make room for joy. Because we need that reminder sometimes when things are swirling masses of whatever they are. We need that spark of joy to remind us it's not always this way. All right. So make room for joy. Make room for joy. I will say it. I will say it a lot. So that's don't save the good stuff, use the good stuff and make room for joy. Okay. I love how these live streams just kind of drift. It's like, I don't know, 3 years ago when I started this, I don't think I was making room for joy, but I am now. Okay. So here will be the social media part where I remind you that we are, no, wait, hang on. Do something to engage your mind and your body. Hydrate, drink plenty of water. Get that early in your day bright light. circadian rhythms, reset those hormones. It's science. And in the words of Ernest Holmes, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It is all around you all the time. We talk about the Christ consciousness. I talk about the superpower. The superpower. The kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Because it's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. Okay? Absolutely superpower. You come pre-installed with the Christ software. And the password to access it is love. The practice to access it is love. And unity is a good place to start. So, and of course, take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. All right? I'm not wagging your finger. I'm just, ooh! And we're going to have to go deal with that. Chico is now teasing Gabby, and that's not a good thing. Okay. Cats. Well, nope. Sounds like they've given up. Foster went to supervise, so. All right. Now I can do this. Did I say look for the good and praise it? Take Emma's advice before the cats distracted me? Just in case. Okay. Now's the social media part. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center. We are Creative Life Spark on the social medias that we are on. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I encourage you to check out all of the social medias. We do try and put content up fairly regularly. I mean, we're all busy, so, but, on the YouTube channel, there is, on both of the YouTube channels, there is plenty of content. Go look, check out the playlists. You can dig around and find what you need, because I'm pretty sure in the 3 years we've been doing this, there's plenty up there. All right. Okay. And if you want to know what's going on with the center, up to and including if you have any questions about Ruth, you can email info@creativelife.org, get on the constant contact. The hot links are hot. When it says click here, it means it will either take you right to the information you want or take you to the person that will get you that information. All right. So info@creativelife.org. You can also check the website. I don't know how often that website gets updated, but the website is Creative Life Spiritual Center. Okay. And that's how to find us on Facebook too. So, which if you're watching this, you may be on Facebook anyway, unless you're on YouTube. So, okay. Here is the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanting day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an all-filled day, a wondrous day, a unifying day, a mindful day, a Friday. It's Friday this year. What was the mission? Experiencing God day. All right. A get stuff done day or a rest day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day because you are enough just as you are. I have said before and will continue to say every day, you are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are a godling. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. All right. I have faith. I have faith. So take care of yourself. All right. So Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. I do get to go to the park tomorrow. It's Saturday, so I get to go to the park. So it'll be around 9. Around 9. Take care of yourself and know that you are loved always. I will see you next time.